network is.
You are back, but the internet went Tango uniform. It went away. It went asleep. So
Well, thank you, Mr. Producer, for bringing us back online, and thank
well,
you for your patience.
one of
Okay.
these days the internet's going to go down. I'm just going to go fishing. Okay.
Yo, kidding. That sounds amazing.
I love
So we were just wrapping up that point regarding how little of the people in society make these decisions and these super laws, as you call them, where a judge, an appointed judge, makes decisions that overrides your elected officials and is not accountable to the people.
Yeah, it's okay to vote not to retain judges, guys. Like, it's okay. Like, please don't just say, oh, well, I don't know, yes on all of them, or
I vote no on all
leave
of
it
them.
blank. Yeah, I mean,
I
it's
vote no
okay
because
to
I
look at
don't
their names
have.
and go, that one is probably one at the Supreme Court that was, involved in a scandal or was, it
You know,
doing this other stuff. I mean, there's all these things going on, and it's okay to
I
vote.
vote no, Nicolene, and here's why. I can't find a resource of any kind to research them.
To give a real research.
Yes,
Yeah.
I try. If their name pops up and a case is like blown up and gives you details that the judge made this decision, but there's so little information out there about the judges. How do they sentence, and what grounds do they use, and all of those details. I can't find it, and so I just say, okay, no.
I mean, honestly, otherwise you're kind of voting ignorantly. So there's wisdom there. I really do think. I mean, I know about some of them, and I know a few that are like, oh, I think they do pretty good. I've actually known some cases that they've been
Yeah,
part of, but then there's others where I'm like, no way, I'm not gonna vote yes on that one, and I'll vote no on quite a few of them as well. But I'm just saying it is okay. You were asking what happened to the signatures that the GOP was signing. And just the short story is we got enough signatures. We got more than enough signatures. And then when the signatures were being like verified, what they have to do.
I
Then
can hear you. I just have to open a door.
okay, you're fine. Then basically what happened is there were a bunch of people who contacted the state and asked to have their names removed. So, which makes me wonder, did they sign on purpose going, aha, they'll get enough and then we'll get them removed? I don't know. I'd hate to think that people are like that, but it does make you wonder, doesn't it? And so anyway, they contacted the state and said, can we remove our names? And so then it put us like just barely under what we needed. And so we couldn't get it on the ballot to repeal it on the ballot. But I am in favor of repealing it somehow, some way, another year on the ballot, something. And I'm also in favor of doing an Amendment D thing too, where we say, hey, we need to protect our state constitution, and these huge super laws are not okay. There is space in the Constitution for referendums and initiatives. Those are rights that the people have, but there are certain rules for how those are supposed to happen within the Constitution as well. We're not supposed to just make super laws and then not be able to have any check and balance afterward. That's not safe for a state to do.
Why can't our legislators remove this judge for
Like
making a decision?
impeachment or something like
Yeah,
that?
the decision she made violated my rights as a Utah citizen because I didn't choose that map. Nobody in this state was the one fighting it. It was a California company. It was outside money. I didn't get to submit. She didn't choose a map submitted by a citizen or by anybody. Like, why couldn't our legislator do that? Can you explain that? Why
Yes.
couldn't we repeal or get rid of her?
Oh, I'm telling you, there were so many talks about impeachment when it comes to that particular case, and with Judge Gibson. And I know that Representative McPherson was very open about his feelings about impeachment and stuff. there was a lot of looking into it that happened. There was impeachment is a very big decision that has, and you have to make sure that it's done in such a way where you know that it just really can't be contested, right? Like it's like, no, this, if we're going to start an impeachment trial, like it's going to go the distance, right? And there were a lot of discussions about it. I mean, we discussed it as colleagues just, for quite a while,
You had
actually.
a special session,
I
right?
mean, yeah, we did have a special session where we talked about it. That's true. And we really, and we passed some things in that to try to help with the case. But people at that point were like, let's just start an impeachment right now. I mean, that was really, and I would have voted for that. I would have voted to impeach, too, because she was absolutely stepping outside of the realm of her authority on
I agree.
how she was behaving with that case. But there were things, I don't know if there wasn't quite enough support, or if there was something that needed to be in alignment or something, but it ended up not happening. And I think, I don't know if it was because of recommendations, that because of something or another and trying to play it out a different way, or if it was because they're, they didn't feel like that it could be conclusive enough to make it happen. I don't know. But at the end of the day, it was basically, there wasn't going to be quite enough support to have that happen and
Incredible.
we go through. And so, I mean, I'm not saying it couldn't happen in the future, but the iron was hot at that time. And I think that the people overwhelmingly would have supported.
And look, the Democrats in in the House and the Senate, if it's a Republican judge who makes a decision like that benefits the Republican Party or a conservative version of the party, I guarantee they would fight it. And this is why justice should be blind. This is why it should be a check and balance. It's not playing in the same pond that our legislators are. This is to verify, is it constitutional, not to decide law.
Right.
And
Right.
so the only reason that they went for it is because it benefited them.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee if it didn't benefit them, they would have stood up and said, we don't want a judge deciding this for us.
Yeah, I was surprised that there wasn't a little bit more quick action wanting to be taken. There were a lot of people in support of impeachment, but then there were also a lot of people just really on the fence. And so that was ultimately, I think that without enough support, it couldn't have gone. So that might have been the thing. I know that there were a lot of different factors that were discussed, but those would be the reasons why it wouldn't have gone the distance.
And I'm sure legal minds know more and all of that. But to me, that was just so blatant. And they did a propaganda push regarding the signatures at the end where they're get your name off of the list. Well, I know as a signature gatherer myself, I tried every way to explain what they were signing and why I was asking for the signature. And for people to say they want their name removed because it was misrepresented, I'm baffled. Now, not to say that signature gatherers may not have all the information or may have tried to get signatures in a quick way. I know those signature gatherers faced a lot of scrutiny, and they also some were assaulted, many quit. They just were treated terribly. One lady had hot coffee poured on her,
Wow.
thrown at her, and all she was doing was gathering signatures. But the GOP normally doesn't like the signature gathering process, so for us to make a push for it, I think that it gave the left a lot to come out and to fight it. And this is where I just hate the tribal mentality that right is right, wrong is wrong. Constitution is there to ground us and to give us the rules for the world we're living in and what to follow so that we are all going forward. And This was a blatant, to me, violation of our Constitution and my rights, your rights.
Yeah, absolutely. We can't let big money dictate what happens in our law, and so we've got to take a stand for that. Holly, I am so glad that you are so engaged in all of these things, and your knowledge of all the things that go on, and your ability to be able to follow along with what's happening and everything. I mean, it just blows my mind. You're able to keep things straight. Not everybody is, and see through things and wait a second, what might be going on there. I mean, it's really refreshing that you have your voice and that you're lending it to everybody. I always have such a good time talking with you and hearing your insights and everything, because I feel like everyone needs to just take a little dose of no nonsense, from Holly. So
I appreciate you. That means a lot. I feel the same. And as we wrap this up, I think you posted something about Utah and nuclear energy. Have they made a decision on where that's going to happen?
Oh, yeah. So we are moving forward with that. There's a few, secrets and things I can't talk about. But I know, but it was really interesting. So there was a nuclear reactor. It could fit in the back of the bed of a truck.
I know, it's amazing.
The bed of a truck. I mean, I can't even believe that we have a nuclear reactor to that size that can make power to power, like, I don't know, 800 homes or something. I mean, just like crazy. It's something that small. Anyway, it was going up to Idaho National Labs, and we wanted to see it on the way, so it made a stop here. The people who've come up with this technology, it's just phenomenal what they're able to do. I mean, they can just on a few acres could just have enough power for a whole city. I mean, it's just incredible with these reactors and the process of how they change them out and keep it all online and everything. And they explained that to us. And anyway, it's really exciting where it's going. We are going to be, I think, the only state, or at least the first state, who will be able to say, we mine the ore, the uranium.
Really?
Yes.
That's cool.
Down in Blanding, Utah, there are uranium mines. Okay, so we mine the ore, and we are going to have all of the processes going online. So right now, the ore can get turned into yellow cake, but then that yellow cake has to be sent right now overseas or up to Canada or somewhere out of the country in order to get enriched. Okay, and then it could come back and be put in a plant. We are going to have enriching happening here. We've already got processes for that in motion, which is going to be exciting. And that enrichment facility is probably going to be over in on the other side of the Oquirrh Mountains from us. We've got a plant that's going to be out in the West Desert. It's going to be here in Tooele County. It's a perfect location for it. It's so exciting that we're going to start having that go online. It's really fascinating. And so we're going to have a variety of things happening, but the whole process, start to finish, will be able to happen in Utah. We will not have to send our own uranium overseas or to other countries in order for us to use it.
That is unbelievable. Fully self-sufficient.
Yes.
And so we're getting it into Tooele County. The enrichment part, you're saying?
The enrichment part is going to be actually on the other, it'll be in Utah County. It's going to be the other side of the Oquirrhs, over more like Eagle Mountain area. Okay. Instead of on our side, we tried to get it on our side, but it ended up landing on that side. But we are having a nuclear power plant that is going to be in the West Desert, which is so exciting.
Way exciting
for us to have. Yeah. So I'm on the Public Utilities and Energy and Guns. We joke and say and guns because there's all the gun bills go to that committee. But I'm on that committee as well. So I'm constantly protecting the Second Amendment and protecting our infrastructure and trying to help us become self-reliant with our energy and our public utilities, as well as working in the education and the social services realm as well.
I'm so proud of you. And will the West Desert getting an item like this and getting the plant, will it affect Will County residents like first? Will we see the benefits of this energy, or is this energy being sold? Is it being shared statewide? I mean,
Those are some
we
really
can't-
good questions. It is my understanding that we are supposed to benefit from it here. So that's my understanding. As far as the exact formula and metrics of how the percentages are going to go
Right.
out from there and where, I haven't seen that information yet to be able to answer that question. But that's what I was told. So that's all I can go on right now. I just know that it's they've done a groundbreaking on it, which is very exciting. The county's been involved in it. They've been just working amazing. Our county is incredible. They're really watching out for our infrastructure. I've been working with them. I actually have been helping, and they've been helping and trying to get the Mid-Valley Highway on the priority list this year. I was instrumental in getting that to happen. Worked with leadership and everything. So we've got that Mid-Valley Highway now. The time frame has been moved up, which is great.
Fantastic.
And they're starting to do the processes to work on that. We've got UDOT in action. We just have to stay unified as a county. You know, the cities and the counties and the reps and senators all working together to get this happening, so that then all the funding can come into place and everything can start happening according to the timeline. But I'm going to keep pushing on that, and so happy to be working with the people in the transportation committees and with UDOT on that. So.
You hear that, folks? It pays to actually get in touch with your representatives from every level, especially local. The more local, the better, and ask them to collaborate with other electeds from your very closest to the most high in your state, and have them working together, including your congresswoman or man, if you can, and your senators, because it will get things done. The Mid-Valley Highway alone, like it just fell off, and it was no end in sight. And that thing took us, I think it was supposed to take 20 years. And because of a great collaboration of electeds early on, they were able to push the timeline up to get the first phase built. And then all of a sudden it falls off. So again, they're back to the drawing board and getting those other phases secured. And I love hearing that. And I'm excited about nuclear energy. I could see great things, especially if we have the placement for it and it's so small and they're already enriching it in Utah County. Why not make a few of them potentially and sell energy to our neighboring states and cut costs to locals statewide? That would just be brilliant. In my opinion, it takes so little water comparatively, and it is an actual answer to our high energy costs and safe energy that's very, very clean. So I wanted to just tell you before I let you go, because I could talk to you all night and I've already gone over.
I have to be clear on one thing before you tell me, and that is that the enriching facility is not online yet. It's just like at kind of just getting started, getting built stage. So we're not there yet, but
Oh, that's okay. I'm thinking
we're moving there. We're
into the
moving
future.
there. Yes, exactly. We've got all the balls rolling, and we're going to keep that momentum going.
I just wanted to say that William, say hi to William. He is one of our regulars. He followed us from the beginning, and he's loving he mentioned in the last, before we got cut off and started a new stream, that he looked up your YouTube channel and was so impressed with your families and the teaching you do for families. Do you want to share that?
Yeah, sure. So there's a YouTube channel. It's called Teaching Self-Government. That's actually the name of the business that I own, and I teach parenting all over the world, actually. And I've written a bunch of books, like 15 now. Parenting.
Yeah.
4 came out this year, and a new book called The Power of Calm. I could go grab it off the bookshelf. Power of Calm, and a set of 3 children's books also called The Calm Crew, all about calmness and self-regulation. So I really am big into communication, really big into it, to help families with it. And so I think that helps my work too. But I'm so glad you found it, and I hope it will bless your family, William, because that is just my heart, my mission, to help families any way I can. and that obviously makes it obvious, I guess, that that's what I'm all about. But there's a website, teachingselfgovernment.com is the website, and you can find all kinds of stuff out there about me. Not all of it's true, just so you know. People say stuff. Some people try to attack and try to whatever, but there's a lot of things out there that I've done to try to make the world better for families.
See, we haven't discussed your work with the UN. We haven't discussed that you're a published author, that you have been running your own business and you do national, international teachings and things, and that you're not some crazy loon that spends all her time at the Capitol harassing electeds. Like, the before you got into government, you're living by the principles, you are teaching the principles, and I mean, for our world to truly exist with the Constitution that we have, we need a moral people, but we really need to learn that self-government, because if we can govern ourselves, then we don't need a king, right?
Right.
And you teach it to small children about managing their feelings and understanding their feelings. And I love that you start there and you work all the way up to telling teenagers how to manage their feelings, and parents. I mean, it's like it's been your life's work, and it's amazing. I didn't even get into that. I take it for granted that you've been on the show and we've discussed these things. And please look up our previous shows with Nicolene, because she does go in and she shared one of her books a few shows ago that was so cute and well done. I just loved it. And William, I highly recommend looking into her. And any of you that have families with little kids or kids of any age, look into her YouTube channel or her website, because you have the YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, so I have a YouTube. I also have a podcast. So that's another thing. It's a Teaching Self-Government podcast. There's a YouTube channel, and then there's a lot of resources and things, free helps and stuff. There's an app, a Teaching Self-Government app. And then there's the website, and you can get trainings and books and all kinds of things, just depending on what level of learning you want to go to.
You're probably like the best grandma on the planet. I know you've got a bunch
I
of
love being a
uncles.
grandma. It's my favorite.
Yes. And then Jordan, hi Jordan. Thank you for tuning in, friend. He says hi again, ladies. So he had just been watching us, and I didn't see any comments until we lost the stream and then restarted it. So I have to give a big shout out to Mr. Producer Dwayne for fixing that for us. And hopefully next week we'll have another guest, and I will learn more from Dwayne before then, so that maybe we could do this without too much work. Nicolene, is there anything that you want to end the show and tell us that you want us to know?
I appreciate that. It's just such a pleasure to be here with you, Holly, and you always just really want to give the honest truth to everybody, and you're so incredibly transparent yourself. But I think probably just maybe want to just thank the people of Tooele County for making it so easy to represent you. I feel like there's just such great people, and maybe just keep telling them, just keep preserving what we have here, right? Keep making Tooele County this little kept secret, even though more and more people are finding out about it. But when they get here, let's make sure that we wrap our arms around them and say, now you're finally at the best place, like let's help you adjust. I think that's going to be one of the best things that we can do as our county is changing. And I think we need to be wise about growth and change and all those things. And I'm trying to be the best we can on that. I mean, we all have to work together, county, city, everyone. But I think if we go into our little islands, if we get emotional, if we say, I'm mad that change is happening, or I don't like my neighbor that came from California, or whatever it is, then we do ruin Tooele. And I think we ruin our state doing that. I think we have to keep charitable hearts. We've got to hold on to truth. We got to make sure that we say it loud and proud. But I also think that one of the biggest truths is it is all about the people. And for me, it's all about you. It's all about the people that I serve. And it's an honor to serve. And I just hope that if we all keep that going as a county, that this place will stay amazing like it is.
I agree. Man, that's absolutely true. You have an incredible support system behind you and your dear husband. So I have to say a shout out to him. And also to my mother. Hi, Mom, who's watching and supporting.
Hi,
Dwayne, do you
Mom.
have anything that you wanted to add?
I just wanted to tell you, you did a great job, Holly, and thank you, Nicolene. This was a good show, and we did have some technical difficulties, but you know, this happens even on Fox News. Okay,
Yeah.
they have technical difficulties. Okay, so, oops, we
Thanks.
lost that one. Oh darn. Oh, okay. So keep up the good work, Holly, and I'll work with you. We probably need to improve some of your tech stuff, but it, it worked out. It worked out.
Well, Nicolene makes it so easy. I mean, you just got a glimpse of what it looks like if her and I meet for lunch. Like we constantly talk about all of this, and you just got to see a couple of friends engaging in things we're passionate about. And I am sunburned. I sat outside for 20 minutes. As it gets darker, the redder I'm getting. This is crazy. So
Get out the aloe vera. Aloe vera.
yes, the spray kind. So I'm going to use that. To all of you, I'm going to work out the Facebook thing. If you tuned in and were able to see us tonight on YouTube, please look up, Main Street Media, KMMU. They're an amazing parent company for us. They've been so supportive, and they made it possible for us to have this night. And Dwayne, of course, with all of his help. We want truth. We want truth to prevail. We want open dialogue, and we really just want common sense, if that's possible. Politics is crazy. So many of us are banging our heads against the wall when it comes to this, and it's a constant question. I think that we stick to the things we value most, and we cater those things: our families, our children, and our neighbors' children, our neighbors' families, regardless of how they vote. We as a community can do so much. And Nicolene, you talk about the community helping you on Christmas Eve. I have given my whole heart and soul to this community just based on the outreach and the kindness that they provided me and my family when we lost our home to fire. It was the most warm, kind, loving strangers who went out of their way to see to it that our family was okay. And not just statewide, but especially locally. And my husband and I were so humbled by all of it that we had promised ourselves that we will give back to this community as long as we live here. And if we ever don't, we still will find a way. So I see that everyone in this community, I feel like, has a story like that. At least I hope they do. And if they don't, I hope they are that story that other people share about what they've done. Because my goodness, I do feel like we have such a special, special place here.
Yeah, we do.
And all are welcome. We just want it to be smart and slow, but very smart. Smart first, smart growth first. And if you so bad want a Costco, this probably isn't your community, because that requires big numbers and, of population. And so people complain all the time they don't have a Costco, but at the same time, they're trying to figure out how we get highways completed so we can handle the traffic. It is
True. We are at a tipping point out here where we have to really thread this growth needle carefully.
Absolutely. And I want to wish you all a wonderful weekend, an amazing evening, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart, Nicolene. I love having you on. And as I don't have a co-host, if you ever want to come on and join me as I welcome new guests, I would love your insight and your input. You're a wonderful partner, and I appreciate your friendship more than I could ever tell you with words. I hope you do that.
Sounds like a new team forming right before our eyes. Let me know when you're done, Holly, because I don't think you can end the stream from your login. So just
leave.
Just say good night, and I'll end your stream.
I will do that. And it's funny, like, you have so much time on your hands. You have a podcast, you've got a YouTube channel, you've got a legislative job and bills you're passing. So it would be, at your leisure, of course.
I'll
But it's
pop in
always
as
an
often
open-
as I can. How about that? Let's talk more about that though. I'm willing to entertain it, but you're right. The schedule is the big crucible that I have
right.
to manage all the time.
Well, I just adore you, and I think that you're brilliant. So your humility is contagious as well.
Well,
I wish I saw more of it on the hill, but I see a lot of it in you, and I see a lot of it in Bridger that I don't see in a lot of people. And those are my representatives. That's my county. The humility off of the two of you it's amazing, and I hope to see it in future electeds.
yeah,
So I love you. I love all of you out there, and I wish you all the best. Join me next week. Hopefully, I can get Alexis Wheeler if I'll reach out to her again and see if she wants to join me. If not, I'll get somebody else. But I hope you'll tune in with us on YouTube at 6 p.m. on Political Head Trauma, and if possible, even Facebook 6 p.m. You should get an alert. Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment even after the stream. But if you hit the notification button, it'll notify you as soon as we go live. So that will help. And then on Facebook, we're also Political Head Trauma. Same thing. Please share our show if you want someone to know what's going on with Tooele County's legislator and how to get to know her better. And if you need a good plumber,
for sure. A perfect plumber. That is your guy. He is so good. You definitely got to call him.
it's a perfect plumber, right?
A perfect plumber is what it's called. And he is a local guy. He's not one of those that comes out from Salt Lake to get, the business out in Tooele County. He has built his business out here in Tooele County. And I have to say, he's the most handsome plumber that I know.
Right.
Anyway, but
Spencer.
he's just a good man. He's just a
really
good, honest man. He's the type of person that he won't do the job for you if you could do it yourself, or if he shouldn't do it. Like he's just so good. I hear him all the time, just helping people and doing kindnesses. And I'm like, you could have charged for that. And he's like, they'll probably call me when it's really important.
He's extremely honest. He
Yeah.
is extremely fair. And I tell you what, like I think that's awesome, especially with a plumber, because when you need a plumber,
Yeah.
something's going on that's pretty rough, and you want somebody who's going to be honest in dealing with you and fair in dealing with you. And Spencer is that, and he has built an amazing company through that honesty. You both are incredible people. I'm grateful for you, and I hope people will tune in going forward and go follow Nicolene on Facebook. Where do you want them to follow you for legislative issues and stuff like that?
Oh, Peck for Utah. So PECK, Peck, the number 4 Utah is my website, peck4utah.com. But also on Instagram, Peck for Utah. I'm trying to think if I did it at number 4 or FOR. I think it's still the number 4. Could be FOR. I don't know. But anyway, Peck for Utah on Instagram. And then there's also a Peck for Utah on Facebook. And so you can find both of those there if you want to follow about legislative stuff. Yeah, I'm pretty easy to find.
And you're constantly sharing videos. You go live. You also will ask people questions, or you'll try to get people's feedback. Go there, please, especially if you're in our district. But even if you're not, go see what she's up to. She's very transparent. And
I'll tell you what we should do right now. It'll make it on my thing. We should take a little picture, shouldn't we?
oh yeah, because I'm bright red. You can see me from space.
Here we are. Yee.
Can you see me on the screen?
Okay, I'm going to take a little picture of us. There we are. All right. And there we are on the screen. Woohoo. Maybe pull back a little bit. There we go. On the screen, we're taking a little video of us.
Awesome.
Anyway, then people will be like, what in the world are you doing? Oh, I probably should just say, oh, actually, I think I just messed it up. That's how good I am. That's
Yeah, you could go live and say,
go like,
wrapping up my interview with Holly.
yeah, here I am. I've been on an interview. We've been doing this for 2 hours, Holly. 2 hours, political head trauma. There she is. I don't even know where she is. Ah! Okay, anyway, And we have talked about everything under the sun. So I do hope that you go and check out Political Head Trauma on YouTube, because we had an incredible talk tonight, right, Holly?
I agree, ma'am. You're an amazing guest, friend.
Okay. See you later.
All right. I think we've summed it up. I wish you all a wonderful and safe good night.
Good night, Holly. Thanks for having me.